I'm Larisa Sapp, and I'm here interviewing Jenny Lindsay, a ER nurse, and we're going to talk about prescription drugs and the usage of them in the ER and how much people abuse them and all of that. The major problem with drug use is America's addiction to the wrong types of drugs. Cases of drug addiction in America have been a widely discussed topic among citizens over the years, resulting in whether the problem can be resolved through different laws and prevention tactics. Janetta L. Iwaniki and other authors, who are medical consultants, discuss that over-the-counter narcotics are being abused with IR opioids prescribed at a rate 12 to 16 times higher than ER opioids. The medications are found in the hospital rooms, distributed by the doctors more than found on the downtown streets. Americans have become addicted to the hardcore drugs such as pain medications, marijuana, heroin, and even cocaine. The biggest drug that is not likely to be seen on the outside is pain medications. The hospitals end up having stereotypes against the minority of pain medications, but in most cases, the middle white suburban class has a greater addiction than the immigrants of the cities. Nurses have started making supervised injection facilities to help patients shoot up heroin in a safe environment. The SIF programs are letting patients think about stopping the addiction in a safe environment so that their withdrawals will be monitored closely. The drug problem around the United States is increasing, but the prevention tactics are helping the drug abusers decrease their addictions. So, what is the place that you work at?
Work at the ER in the hospital.
What is the background that you have to work in the position you do?
You just have to have at least your associate's degree in nursing. You don't have to have any certain years. Just
How many patients do you think have issues with drug abuse?
so let's see. In like about a month, you can probably see about like 50 with drug problems.
Do you have any specifics or any certain cases that you've seen?
A lot of them are usually addicted to like prescribed painkillers. And a lot of them want they like oxy. So that's a big one. I don't know. We also see a lot of meth problems. And of course, marijuana.
Yep. What do you think is the appropriate course of action to solve the problem?
Appropriate course is to make sure we have to put in their chart, we have to put that there's a drug problem, so that way we can't prescribe them too many because that's just going to make it worse. We have to set up the case management so that way they can come in and talk to them, figure out a way to try to get them help. And those are the big ones for me. And then the doctors need to come in and talk firsthand about their problem, ways to fix it.
How are some ways to bring attention to this problem without making it a big deal?
You just want to kind of ask a lot of like subtle questions and just say like how long has this been going on, and just kind of ease into it so they don't feel like you're jumping on them. And if you talk to them, you be friendly, they're more likely to talk to you.
How has drug abuse affected the Owensboro community?
There's been a lot more crimes. Recently there's been a lot of shootings and stabbings, and it just raises up everything and makes it a worse community.
How could drug abuse affect lives in Owensboro?
Affect lives. I mean, a lot of people can go to jail, and that affects the family lives at home. They lose a parent or a family member. They could lose their jobs, and then they lose their income. It affects the health rates. I mean, our hospital, our ratings and prescribed painkillers or medications or drugs goes up, and then goes this bad ratings at the hospital, and that happens.
So do you have to like turn it in to people?
Mm-hmm. You always have to turn everything
in. How long have you been on this line of work?
I've been in the hospital for 3 years and just in the ER for 1. So I mean, so I've just seen it all.
How many correlations have you seen between drug abuse and other health issues in Owensboro?
If they're doing the drugs, I mean, it causes worse health problems. I mean, I've seen a lot of people on med start having worse heart problems, and their mind gets affected. I've seen them put into like the mental health facility. It just affects their health. It makes it go into a decline. They lose a lot.
Does the abuse of prescription drugs influence the economy in any way?
Oh yeah, it greatly affects the pharmacies. I mean, they get in trouble when the patients keep coming back for drugs, and I mean the money goes up. People are just abusing the system.
How many times have you encountered patients abusing prescriptions?
A lot. It's either, the biggest two is either prescription drugs or meth. And patients will just keep coming back, and they will keep making up problems to try to get any kind of drug. So that's why I have to put it in the chart, so that way we can't give them the medication that they need, and they will make up anything. And you can tell they're lying, but they'll do it, and they'll keep coming back.
So how can you tell that they're lying?
Because all the symptoms that they say they have, they're making up. They'll start backtracking. They'll be like, oh, my chest hurts, and then you'll come back in a little bit later and like, I'm not breathing good. And you'll be like, well, I thought your chest was hurting. Well, that's not hurting anymore. So when we start like digging in, telling that they're lying, they'll keep making up stuff, and everything will be fine. Their vitals will look good, their oxygen levels, everything, but they'll keep saying that something's wrong. And sometimes they'll get discharged, and like an hour later they'll come back, and sometimes they actually hurt themselves physically, so that way they can get something.